The following program does not necessarily reflect the views of PMLB Media or its sponsors.
Hello, welcome to the program. I am your host, Phatman.
And I'm Little Boy.
And this is our weekly podcast, Nedcast, for the the last week of February.
Yes.
This is a leap year. Did you watch?
I did.
Yeah, what did they call it?
30 Rock.
Something William.
Yes.
Leap Year William or something?
Leap Year William.
Was so funny. I laughed on that. I thought that was great. And how they turned it into a holiday.
Yes.
With
Jim
Charger
Carrey,
colors.
Jim Carrey and the gills and all that, yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yes, very funny.
Excuse me, sorry about that. I got a little thirsty. Okay, well, we have a big long show for you today, but I want to talk about other things. I wanted to see, to definitely show out our other shows, our other shows. We got pfpsports.com, which is going to be live this week on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. That's Pacific Standard Time. It'll be at pfpsports.com/live. Thank you to Ustream and to fathead.com. Actually, no, this week it's being sponsored by the UFC store.
Okay.
So thank you very much. Oh no, gosh, again, completely different. I'm sorry again. It's being sponsored by FX this week.
Oh.
Yeah, and they just, we have some new coupons, so you can go to our website. Actually, not Phatman Little Boy, but you can go to Pound for Pound Sports or pfpsports.com, and you can go to their link on the site under the live, and you get like 20% off all Sons of Anarchy gear, which I'm a huge fan of Sons of Anarchy. So.
You know, I haven't gotten into that show. We've talked about that in the past. I really want
show.
to. There's a couple guys at my work that like it, and I plan on getting myself caught. There's a whole bunch of shows. Eastbound and Down, I want to get caught up on. Dexter, which is a show that I love, and a show that I got you into, and I haven't even seen the last season.
And you know what? When did it start again? Because I am totally out of it.
Again. I missed the last season. The one show I am caught up on is Breaking Bad. That one hopefully is getting ready to start.
It's getting ready to start again. Yeah. And that was a great show too.
And you were quite kind of lukewarm at the beginning too.
I was getting a little bored because it's a great show, a great television series. It just took a while to get you caught. Sometimes you watch a show and you get hooked right away, and I Netflixed it at the beginning.
Episode 1, I was hooked.
Yeah, well, I Netflixed it, so at the beginning, I got to see like the whole season in a couple of days, so I was kind of and I like watching TV that way, but Sons of Anarchy, I was hooked within the second episode.
Yeah, I heard that one's really good.
Oh, it's really good. You're going to miss out on it if you don't see it.
So, Phatman, how was your week?
My week was kind of uneventful. We, like I said, did a few changes here at the studio. We're all alone today again. It's like our old days.
Yes.
And gosh, I'm learning something though. I'm learning Twitter.
Finally. It's funny because you were doing Twitter way before I was, and then now you're...
I didn't even care about it. But
Nick and Darren are actually really good at it. They're really good at it.
Nick is a pro. He's got like 9,000 followers.
I'm the king of the retweets. I don't tweet a whole bunch of original stuff.
Excuse me.
I usually see something that I like and I'll retweet it. But Darren uses the hashtags and all that stuff.
I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah.
I signed up on a program to help us through here. We do our marketing. Once you sign up with a marketing firm, all of a sudden they sell you one little tiny product, but all of a sudden, next thing you know, you get bombarded by products. Okay, try this, try this, try this, try that. And they do it so cheap. Like for 25 bucks you could do this, and for 10 bucks you can do this.
And it all adds
50
up,
bucks you can do. Next thing you know, you get a bill for like $500. You're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Plus advertising, which is crazy. So now they got me hooked on this Twitter thing, but I'm actually Twittering through PMLB Crew as well as some of the writers here, and the reason why is the Phatman one I want to leave just for the political side.
Right.
So I don't want to talk about MMA, and I don't want to talk about sports, I don't want to talk about cooking through that one. So when I'm on that one, that's like yesterday I went to the Wow Mom set. Oh, and that was good.
Yeah? When's that show coming
up? Tomorrow. And,
Jambalaya? Is that
Jambalaya.
What it was? I like Jambalaya.
Actually, there was 2 shows taped. I'm going to leak this. The second show was yeah, she will be. The second one was a Parmesan encrusted flank steak.
Ooh, yummy.
Oh my gosh, and I had some of that too. Oh man, it was good. So anyway, so I tweeted on those, and yeah, I'm getting better. So you guys might see some tweets out there for PMLB Crew, and there's only a few of us that use it. So
it's interesting that you talk about tweeting and stuff. I want to go to an email that I got first.
Okay.
I got an email from a listener. Her name is Kathy.
Okay.
She says, do you think Obama will step up to the plate with his new budget proposal? Will he actually get more taxes from the ones who have money and less from those who don't?
Okay.
Now, what do you think on that first?
I think that's what he wants to do, which, I mean, everybody's got a plan. Do I think he's going to do it? Not in the election year, because he still needs people to help him get through. I think he will try to work on it. See, here's what happens. If a president gets a second term, they don't have to worry about it. That's their last election ever. So they can get done what they really want to get done, or try it, you know, without worrying about stepping on toes.
He seems like he's trying to get some of this done, though. He's talking about the Buffett rule, and he's talking about...
But really, I mean, if he really wanted it done... See, presidents have this thing called an executive order. And if he really wanted to do anything, he can do it by executive order. Yeah, you could almost do anything under executive order. Of course, Congress can take it away from you, but it happens while it happens. Well, I mean, the original Patriot Act was executive order, and that took a lot of rights away from people. You know.
One of the reasons why I thought it was kind of perfect that we got this email this week was because, and you're mentioning Twitter, so I'm going to tie all this together. I saw a tweet that came from your Phatman.
Yes.
And it said... And this was because I follow you.
Yeah.
I'm one of your 2 followers. Just kidding.
Jerk.
This was from last night. So please help me understand. I just watched the Oscars. Most of these people are bleeding heart liberals that pay less taxes than I do.
Right.
WTF.
Right.
Which, of course, if anybody knows Phil from Modern Family, that means why the face.
Yeah, why the face. That's exactly it.
But I'm reading this and I'm thinking... Okay, now somebody either hacked your Twitter account.
No, that's me. That's me.
Or you maybe had a little bit too much to drink while you were watching.
No.
Because that doesn't sound like you. That sounds like me.
You know why I put that on there? Because these bleeding heart liberals that say everybody should pay more and all the rich should pay more, they don't.
Right, because the rules don't say they should. None of them would have problems doing it.
Oh.
If the rules
But why
were
aren't
there.
why aren't they out there saying, I'm going to pay more, so you pay more?
No, it doesn't work like that. You got to change the rules to make everybody pay more. You
come
can't,
on.
No, you do.
You know, here's the thing. They'll complain about, you know, I don't want to go on this one thing, but remember we talked about Haiti and all that. I want to put that on there. But no, this is my tweet, and that was my tweet. I don't understand.
It doesn't sound like you, though. It doesn't sound like you.
How they could turn around.
You're finally coming around.
No, I'm not coming around.
You are.
What I said is, and if you read it, is these people are out there saying that the rest of humanity should do this and do that, but yet they don't do it themselves, and that's what I was upset about.
They're trying to change the rule. They're trying to change the
They're
laws.
not trying anything.
Oh, boy.
Those people are not trying anything.
Sure they
at the
are.
Oscars. Oh, give me a break. You know, I was watching this thing with Will Ferrell and Steve I don't know how you say his name. The guy with the beard, Galifianakis or whatever.
Zach
Galifianakis. And they were walking around with these Zimmerman symbols, which are $500 a pair.
Symbols, you're like,
yeah.
Okay.
And these things are $500 a pair, and they just drop them and throw them, and who cares? Only $500 a pair. That's $1,000, and I'm telling you right now, that upset me. And you know why that upset me? Not because they earned that or anything like that, but they turn out these big, huge, and Billy Crystal had said a good one, they turn out this big, huge thing where you got millionaires giving millionaires a reward, award, excuse me. But these are the same people that are telling you and me that we should do more.
They're not telling you and me. They said we should all do more, and I think that most of them believe they should pay more taxes.
But they should then do it.
It doesn't work like that.
Why not though? Why can't they? Okay, then why can't they just?
That's like
give money. Why couldn't they?
That
give money?
That would be like a college baseball team saying we think that college baseball should change the rules and make everybody use wooden bats, and because we think that, we're going to start using wooden bats. That's not how it works. Change the rules for everybody. You got to make it a
Are you
level
saying
playing
they
field.
Can't donate money right now? They
I'm
could
not saying that.
Well, then do it.
But one person donating money is not going to make a difference. You need to change the laws and have everybody do it.
I understand what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying. But what I don't like is you get these Hollywood faces out there that sit there
I'm
and
not a big
say
fan.
stuff.
I'm not a big fan of when you go to. I didn't watch the Oscars. To me, it's
No, actually, it was very interesting.
Well,
but still,
okay. I don't watch the Oscars because it's boring. Plus, I did see the end when they talked about like the final 8 movies for movie of the year or whatever it is. I don't think I've even heard of any.
I
of
know.
those
Well,
movies.
Moneyball's the only one I ever.
Yeah,
heard of.
Moneyball. Okay, yeah.
Well, it's baseball. I'm gonna know baseball.
None of the other ones I had even heard of, and didn't the one that wasn't it a silent movie that won it or something?
I know.
What the hell? A French silent movie.
Okay.
So I'm not a big fan of getting into these events and people talking politics anyways. That's not what they're there for. If you want to talk politics, go to a rally.
Nobody talked politics.
Well, that's good.
But what I wasn't saying them saying it on the show. What I'm saying is these people are the same people you constantly hear in the news.
Well, they have a right to speak their mind.
Sure they do, but the problem is, put your money where your mouth is.
Well, maybe they're trying to change the laws. That's what I think. And that is
now the other thing I could say that's kind of interesting is these Hollywood celebs that have all this money and stuff like that, they may put their voice behind a candidate, but that's pretty much it. If you ever noticed, if you look at who, like, say Obama, who he tries to get his funding through, his backing for his reelection, it's not Dennis Quaid, it's not Brad Pitt. Hey, great, you could talk about me all the time. He's going to go to corporates.
Of course, and that's what's wrong with the country anyways.
Well, but what I'm saying is, these people have a mouth, but they're really, that's it.
Sure, and I'm sure they're donating money too. But the money that they're donating is a drop in the bucket compared to what these...
Well, there's a lot of money in there, though.
Yeah,
I mean, that first row alone...
it's a drop in the bucket compared to what they can get from corporations. Yeah. And that's where the problem is anyways.
Well, but what I was saying about that, and the reason why I was saying the Oscars is, just shut up and... keep your damn mouth to yourself.
They did shut up, though. They didn't. You just.
Oh, I know. I'm talking about in life. Because if you're gonna sit there and tell me,
I'm sure there's plenty of people that think the same of you.
Yeah,
you should shut up.
But the difference is, I do what I say I'm gonna do, and I support the candidates I'm gonna support.
So do
I
they.
talk. No, they're just talk. They're all talk.
Bull.
The only one that's not
Why
talk
the
over
face?
there. The only one that. The only one that's not talk over there is James Caan.
Oh, jeez. Really? The only one? He's the only one?
Yeah,
he's the only one.
All the rest of them.
Yeah, the world according to Phatman.
So,
all right, let's move on.
Yes, and I did send that tweet yesterday.
I did. I saw it.
I was really expecting
as soon as I saw it, I
back.
said, oh, man, we got to at least talk about it. And then you started talking about Twitter. I said, this is perfect. I even saved it on my phone and everything.
I saw that.
All right, let's move on. We've talked about Netflix a lot in the past.
Yep.
That's funny because this show that we're doing is we usually do political and we're getting kind of away from it a little bit.
That's
from
okay.
This one, which
So
is
what?
fine. Yeah. Stars is pulling all of their movies from Netflix.
We talked about that in October, I believe.
Right. Well, they're pulling them tomorrow,
yeah.
I believe, which is weird.
No, Tuesday night. So tomorrow, today's Monday, so Tuesday night is, tomorrow night at 12 o'clock, I think it is.
Tomorrow will be the last day to watch them.
So basically Wednesday morning.
Their contract runs out through February 28th. Mm-hmm. So they're pulling all their movies, and I guess most people don't understand when you go there. It doesn't. I don't have Netflix, but it doesn't say this is a Stars movie and this isn't.
It does. It says Stars Play.
Oh, does it?
Stars Play.
Okay.
I am a huge Netflix fan. Mm-hmm. I have always been, except I complain when they change the pricing, and not because they raise the price. Everybody has to make money in this world, or why do it? I mean, to be honest with you, our company, our media company, is hemorrhaging money, but we have an idea that it might make money, so that's why we do it, right? Hemorrhaging. I can't even express hemorrhaging, but it is. Anyway,
if you want to sponsor,
yeah, if you want to sponsor us, please. Please, we're hemorrhaging money. Anyway, so yeah, but they did stupid moves. Now, what happened is they lost a lot of subscribers. Then it comes out a month later what they had to do. Stars wanted like $300 million to continue service with them.
And Netflix
That's a lot.
And Netflix, well, see, this is a lose-lose situation for Netflix because if they signed with Stars again, they were going to have to raise the prices, which everybody hates them already.
Yeah, and they'd have to do it again.
And so now they don't want to raise the prices, but you're losing so much. But this all stemmed from Netflix signing all these people up for this price, and then they said, we got this great idea. We're going to take what you have, and we're going to divide it into two and make you buy it twice now, what you're already paying once for.
Which we're already paying once for.
Which just pissed people off.
And
nobody
we're going to
likes
make
to
you go
give
to
back.
two separate websites. There was Quickster and Netster.
Yeah, which, I mean that was
Netflix.
multi-million-dollar mistake by, I don't know if he's still there or not. I know if I make a...
Oh, no, he's still there. He's still there. He said he's never going to... It's his baby from the beginning. I think the stockholders sooner or later will get rid of him. But, losing Stars is huge, but it's really funny. I talk about this because I'm a huge Netflix fan.
Right.
I just watched Moneyball, speaking of Moneyball, last week.
Is that a good movie, by the way?
It's long.
Yeah.
I love baseball, so anything about baseball I watch.
Yeah, but it's not really about...
No, but it kind of is, because I'm a numbers guy and a baseball guy, and that whole movie completely talked to me. But the problem, Netflix. So I have DirecTV at home. We have DirecTV that this podcast goes through. So I'm a DirecTV subscriber, and I like DirecTV. It was $4.99 for HD on DirecTV. Mm-hmm. Netflix doesn't have it because they don't have a lot of new movies. So I kind of just looked around and I found it on Amazon for $3.99.
Really?
And so I bought an Amazon movie. That was the first one. Then a couple of days later, I bought The Tower Heist. And
is that good? That looks terrible.
You know what? It's funny. It's funny. It's Eddie Murphy. Anything Eddie Murphy's in is funny.
Wrong. Wrong.
Anyway.
Wrong.
So basically, I said to myself, I just spent a total of $8, watched 2 brand new movies. I'm spending $16 a month for Netflix, and I watch maybe 2 movies a month. I'm seriously considering just going to Amazon.
We just get our movies through our local cable company. You can buy them online, or whatever. And
but doesn't it cost like $5?
It's like $3.99 or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you'll like this Amazon. You should try it because we're Amazon Prime members because Amazon's a partner with the media company.
Right.
So, I'm sure that if we talk to the people there, they'll get you a Prime account too. And they have everything pretty much that Netflix has for free for Prime members. Plus, you buy movies.
Can you stream Amazon through like a DVD player and through Roku and stuff like that?
A Roku, but I don't know about DVD player.
I bet you can. I bet you through a Blu-ray player. I bet you can.
I'm sure I could do it through my tablet. I could do it through my cell phone.
My Blu-ray connects to the internet, so I bet you we could. I'll have to look into that.
I don't want. I was like one of the first people with Netflix. I really was because there was actually another company before Netflix that I had signed up with, and Netflix purchased them. Or they converted into or morphed into or whatever it was, and I forgot the name of that company. I'm seriously considering dumping Netflix because Amazon. I mean, they have brand new movies for $3.99. They have all the stuff Netflix has on there for free with my Prime account. Why would you change it?
Yeah.
So I think this Stars disaster for them.
They're in bigger trouble.
They're in big trouble, and what's going to happen is. They were kind of the only people in the market. They're not anymore. They're not, and I think that's.
Well, Redbox is getting big. Everybody likes that Redbox thing.
Yeah, I just don't like going there.
Well, they're all at the 7-Elevens, right? You got to drive to them, right?
Yeah, well, you have to drive to them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. I don't want to use the gas in my car to go there, especially since I drive a huge boat. So, all right, what's your next?
And you tow a huge boat with your boat. What do you want? You want to go to the Chinese firms, or you want to go to the?
I want to go to Chinese firms. Today, I was on the internet doing a little bit of searching around.
I could not get this video to play on my computer or on my phone. So
ABCnews.com had an article and a video to go with it. It was about Chinese firms doing infrastructure work for America. See, the president put in the American Reinvestment Act, and it was to be so that states can match the money and fix the infrastructure, which is a good idea, right? That's what Roosevelt did, and that's what President Obama has tried. And it's expensive. We talked about that before. So, okay, if you're putting workers to work that are American workers, we already talked about how expensive this is. Now, I had no idea that the biggest project was here in California, and it's a bridge in the Bay Area that is going to replace the Bay Bridge that connects Oakland, I believe, with San Francisco, or Oakland with. It's a big bridge out there, and we've seen it. You and I have ridden our bikes over the old one.
Right.
Now, the firm that's doing that, and it's a $4-something billion, $4-point-something billion. I wish I had the number. The firm that is doing that is a Chinese firm with Chinese workers.
Yeah, why is that? Why?
Well, and they blame Obama. I don't on this, believe it or not, I don't. because the state of California actually hired it.
And it certainly wasn't his intention when he did this.
No, but he's not doing anything to stop it because it's states' rights, which I'm a firm believer in states' rights.
You're a big fan of that.
But I'm not a big fan in them using the money that should have stayed here.
Right.
And the article, or the video from NBC, they did a good job, or ABC, excuse me, they did a good job because they actually went to some of the bigger firms in the states that would be doing a job like that and got quotes of what they would have bid, and they were, I mean, real close. And they interviewed some state officials. They had a couple of assemblymen and some state senators, and their thing was that, well, the U.S. companies are having a hard time getting welders. I thought, are you kidding me? Is that your excuse?
Sounds bogus to me.
Now, also, this is happening in Alaska, Arizona, which I can't believe Arizona's a right-to-work state. It's Alaska, Arizona, New York. It's not something that's just California, which California screwed up anyway. But, gosh, I was so disappointed when I heard this.
Well, yeah.
And I would love to see.
I wonder why it's not all, because I was doing some looking, and it isn't really all over because I couldn't get that video to play, so I was just trying to find something. I couldn't really find anything on it.
You know what? All I saw was the video. I sent it to you, and I watched it. It was actually on our website because, we have all the different feeds. And I was just, when I watched the video, I was very upset because I thought,
well, yeah.
One, you're right.
I'm a big fan of keeping, you keeping work here in the United States, keeping money here in the United States. I'm a big fan of that. But especially right now, we need to put as many people to work as possible, and to go and I mean, I know that they're doing the work here, but I mean, you're outsourcing. You're getting, they're coming in,
outsourcing.
And it's just not right. It's just not right. And
Chinese firms, they are state-run by the Chinese government, and they are not allowed to go out and buy welding rods and buy steel here. No, they have to purchase it from China.
So we're losing out twice?
We're losing out more than twice.
Yeah.
Think about this. They bring their workers over, the workers send their money back. They don't pay their workers what we get paid here.
Right.
The workers don't spend the money here. The Chinese government feeds, because these are Chinese workers. So everything is coming from China.
Yeah.
So, like, say you had a project, because, I was in a construction field. You had a project in another city. Your guys go there. They lodge there. They eat there. They party on weekends there. The money that little community puts into it goes into the guys' pockets, and their discretionary spending, boom, they spend it there,
Right.
Not here. Not here. Chinese workers are not like that. They don't do that. They don't they're not allowed to, because they're, it's communist, so they're not allowed to go out and fraternize with everybody. And I don't like it. They don't buy cars here.
No.
They don't buy food that comes from here, and
No.
it's just a waste of money.
Whatever
no
little bit of money they think they're saving, they're losing money in the long run.
Yeah.
If you could spend a little bit more, and it actually it'll benefit more in the long run, and it's not happening.
This is gonna be something you're gonna be blown away right now. But I think you're right on this corporate. I believe that the Chinese government gave money to these politicians, and I think they bought them over. And I really am upset about that, because you can't.
If it's not illegal, it should be illegal.
Well, that's the thing. It is illegal.
Yeah.
You have to the Constitution. Well, not the Constitution, but there is laws on the books that say you must give American companies first dib, and that you must use them even if they're more expensive than outside sources, if it's within a reasonable range.
See, we need to get back to this. We need to get back to this. We need to stop. This is the whole thing we talked about before, about allowing the American companies to get their money out of the country and stuff. We need to. I like what Obama was saying in his State of the Union address, and I think he has some of this in his budget, where American companies that keep money in America are the ones that are going to get the tax breaks. If you take your money and you take it out of the country, you don't deserve the tax breaks. If you're going to do that, then you don't get that stuff. Leave it for the people who are employing Americans and doing stuff for America. They really need to.
I agree with that.
We need to get back to that. And unfortunately, slowly, it's gotten to the point where it is now, and all of a sudden you look back and you say, how did we get here? And it's because it's slowly happening, and we need to make a giant step back to the way things used to be.
I talked to you about the frog in the boiling pot of water last week, and you kind of sat there and went, what? But
we were talking about something else, and you just threw that out there.
You could put a pot of water on the stove, put a frog in it, and slowly heat it to a boil, and the frog will die.
Right.
because the frog never knew it was happening.
Right.
And this is what's happening now.
Yep.
So I don't blame anybody for it.
Weight gain's the same way.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Hey, I know that too.
All right, let's go to our next segment because we want to keep this shorter today.
Okay.
Oh, I do want to thank somebody though.
Okay.
All right, I want to thank Irene and Joe for giving me this statue of Abraham Lincoln.
That is
It's
awesome.
a beautiful statue. It's very heavy, very heavy. So if you really get out of line, it's going to be the blunt force item that gets you. But feel how heavy that is.
It's funny because when Ray sent me something, he sent you something too. Why didn't Irene and Joe send me anything?
Because I really don't like you.
Yeah. Can't blame them.
You know what? I think our listeners. I know we don't have a tremendous amount, especially not like the sports show and everything else. But we do okay. And thank you very much for sending stuff.
Loyal listeners.
They are. Well, they really are because they watched the whole show.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for this. Really
Maybe not
appreciate
this
it. We love. No, this one. I think this one's pretty good. We love stuff like this. So thank you very much. And if you guys want to send more stuff, send it. Just don't send anthrax or anything. I'd rather not have
we'll
that.
put it up on the shelf. I got more room.
Yeah, we will. Let's go to the next one, and this is an interesting article that you sent to me today. And to be honest with you, I didn't know it was illegal, but Arizona would like to pass a law that would allow parents to see kids' text messages. Now, this is interesting because the gentleman who's doing this has 5 daughters, and he would like to have this law passed.
5 daughters, that's rough, man.
2 daughters to me is almost to the point where, but
I thought you were going to lose it earlier today.
yeah, you heard. First off, I didn't know it was illegal. To be honest with you, I didn't know that you didn't know what your kids' text messages were. My kids have Google Latitude on their phones. I know where they are at all times. I don't really care what they text because I couldn't understand half of it anyway. But I didn't realize it was illegal. But if this law passes in Arizona, I guess it's illegal there. So
well, see, this is one of those things that are real tough for me. Because the reason why the guy said it, he says, if I have a 13-year-old being harassed via text, I can't call and get those texts, said the senator who's proposing the law. He wants to be able, this bill will allow me to at least pay to see the text messages for my children. A lot of times laws like this, they are made for a specific meaning for something like this. They have really good intentions, but they're not always used like that. Not all parents are the same, I really struggle with this one. I have 2 daughters, and I certainly really want to respect their privacy. At the same time, if something was going on where they were in danger, maybe, let's use like suicidal, or if they were having some you would want access to that stuff because you would want to see what's going on and maybe try and get them help before something devastating happened to your family. But you have parents who are snoopers too, who just want to know what's going on, and you can say
Facebook because kids are not very smart. They throw stuff on. They're idiots. They throw stuff on Facebook constantly.
And you can say, well, it's I want to do it for the protection of my kid and stuff, but not all parents are like that. And I certainly, when I was a kid, now we didn't have text messaging and stuff, but I didn't want my parents going through my room. I never gave them reason to, so they never did. And I don't go through my kids' room, but I tell them, you have my trust for as long as you don't blow it, basically. As long as you don't blow it.
But your kids are still young.
Yeah. Well, one of them's 15.
Yeah, that's true. Just wait. They'll blow it.
Both of them know, they have my trust, but, and then you'll have the parents that say, well, I pay for it, I should be able to,
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but at the same time, so what if you had your mom on your cell phone plan and you paid for that? Would you be able to look at hers too because you pay for it?
My mother can't text.
Let's pretend like she could.
I don't know.
That logic to me isn't quite right.
Here's the thing. I didn't know it was
like
illegal.
a bedroom, like your kid's bedroom. That is their sanctuary. Do you feel like you just could go in there and search it anytime you want?
It's my house. They're guests.
Really? Mm-hmm. Even without reason, just because you just want to make sure everything's going on? I mean, I understand if
I had reason to, I would do it. I don't do it. To be honest with you, the rooms are disgusting, and they stink because they're both athletes. So I wouldn't go into either one of their rooms unless you really, really, really paid me. But yeah, if my kids were in trouble, I mean,
See, that's the difference.
I watched
that's
them
the
constantly.
difference. You're doing it from a safety aspect. But do you think you have the right, if they're at school, just to go?
Yes, I have the right. Absolutely, it's my home, my house. I own this. Well,
I
not
know
this,
that.
but I own my house.
I know that.
Yeah.
But do you think that it's right? I don't want to say have the right. Do you think it's the right thing to do?
No.
No.
But now I don't want another law
Legally.
passed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was illegal.
legally, I'm sure you do have the right to go through.
Of course you do, because they're actually, even though they're a human being under the age of 18, they're property of the parents. That's the way the law sees them, as property.
I don't like the way that's worded.
Well, I know it's terrible, but they call them property of the parent, and that's why the parent is responsible for their actions, because it's your child, your minor, your property. So if your kid drives their car into somebody else, they don't sue the kid, they sue the parent, because it's the property of the parent. So
I think you just got to use discretion. If there's if safety's involved, then you for the safety of the child and everything, you want to do that type of stuff. But you have so many parents that are just...
I watched this show. It's so funny because you know how I feel about laws. I hate them, except there's a few that I like because they go to my views.
I don't think that you hate them. You just hate the ones that you don't.
John Stoffel did a show on everything's illegal.
Stossel?
Stossel. I don't know how I can say his name.
Yeah.
You don't say my name. So. Everything's illegal. I watched this show last week, and everything is illegal. There is a law, folks, for everything. I was contacted. There is. No, but I mean for everything. I mean, you can't even blink. When I was on the force in San Diego, if we really wanted to get somebody, we can get them for spitting. You can do anything. There's a law. I hate that because the problem is people get into the legislative branch and the first thing they want to do is pass a law so they can, I did this.
Get their name on it.
But how many laws actually get taken away?
Yeah, maybe they got to start a new rule that says if you're going to add a law, you got to take something away.
Down. Because
or maybe they got to have a percentage for the population. There can only be so many laws, so for every ones that are passed, you got to take some of them away.
Somehow, and to be honest,
because things are constantly changing. You have to make new laws for everything. But I do agree, you don't have to worry about, whether or not you're allowed to milk your goat on Sunday or something like that.
And there's something about having a car, a donkey in a car is illegal, but you can have a donkey in a pickup. I mean, what the? What? Hello? What?
You know what? But maybe they still need that law because maybe you'll have that obscure person who wants to load their donkey in the back of their, there's the X3
You know
or
what's
something.
really stupidly funny about that? When I was in Montana this summer, there was a guy with a horse in the back of a pickup truck. And I thought, wow. Okay, but anyway, we're getting off topic because what I was telling you earlier when we were talking was there was a local department who contacted me. One of the sergeants I used to work with here now works for them, and well, they're not really local, they're a couple hours away. They asked if I was progressing in my knee injury because they wanted me to come on board. And he said, the only thing is you're 2 years out of post, so do you're going to have to probably take a refresher on laws and stuff. And I said, well, what kind of things are we talking about? And he told me like 10,000 new items.
Yeah,
so I was like, what? I mean, obviously I wouldn't have to know those, but that's how, things change.
Things change constantly.
And, I haven't decided if I'm not going to do that or not, but at the same time, I don't like I don't know.
Gotta have laws. You gotta have laws. I don't have a problem if you want to take some of the ridiculous ones that aren't applicable anymore away. But I always find it funny when you say I hate laws because you don't. You love laws,
I just don't want any more.
You would love to pass a law as long as it was right along lines with your beliefs.
Well, of course, because I have the right beliefs.
So,
you know what? I think we should end the show.
Let's wrap it up. We didn't even keep time, so who knows how long
it is. Let's end the show on that. You can always contact me at fatman@fatmanlittleboy.com.
I'm at littleboy@fatmanlittleboy.com.
If you're watching us live right now, you're not seeing any subtitles, so you'll have to come back and watch us on. Well, actually, we just changed to Vimeo, but I think we're going to keep the Phatman and Little Boy show on YouTube.
We'll be on
as
YouTube
well.
still.
So
I'm on Twitter at LBHost.
And I'm Twitter at Phatman Show and PMLB Crew. But actually, you are too.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter. You can always contact the show.
You can call us at 858-522-9164. Leave us a message, and if you happen to call while we're live streaming, we can take your call on the air.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah. Next week. And also, we are able to Skype you in too. So if you want to Skype, you'll be up in that TV window right there.
Right.
And we'd
contact
love to
the
have
show.
you
We'd
on
love
the
to
show.
have. We love all feedback, good and bad. And if you have an opinion and you want to add something to the show, we'd love to have you on.
All right. I think that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
And you guys, we'll see you real soon.
Take care.